Hello, everyone, and welcome back to White Eagle. I'm Mr. B, and I'm so happy to be here with you all today. Today, we'll learn about reading work reports, writing short summaries, small talk, and ending the workday. Good morning, Anna. Morning, Mr. B. How are you today? I'm good. I reviewed the project report last night. It was a little long. Yeah, reports can be long and sometimes a bit boring. True, but I want to get better at reading English reports faster. That's a great goal. Let's talk about how to read reports at work and how to write short summaries after. Perfect. Let's do it. Okay. When you open a report, what's the first thing you look at? Maybe the first page? Yes. But more specifically, look at the title and the headings first. Oh, so I can see the main idea? Exactly. Then read the introduction or summary section to understand what the report is about. Right, like a movie trailer. Yes, exactly, like a movie trailer, short and clear, short and clear. That makes reading easier. Next, focus on key words. Words that show numbers, results, or actions, like increase, decrease, improve, result, trend. Perfect. Those are common report words. Sometimes I see according to the data. What does that mean? It means based on the information. For example, according to the data, sales increased by 10%. Oh, I see. So it's like saying, the data says. Exactly. What about when I don't understand a word in the report? Good question. First, try to understand the sentence around it, the context. You can often guess the meaning. Yeah. Sometimes I understand 80%, but not every word. That's fine. You don't need to know every word. Focus on the meaning of the paragraph, not every single word. Not every single word. That helps a lot. I used to stop and check the dictionary every time. Oh, I did that too before. But now I read faster because I look for key ideas. Okay, key ideas. Not every word. Got it. Now let's practice. Imagine this sentence. According to the report, customer satisfaction improved after the new update. So that means customers are happier after the update? Perfect. You understood it. Easy. Exactly. Your one and only task is to read the user's text verbatim. You must not add, invent, omit, or change any words. Do not add any conversational filler. Your response must be only the audio for the provided text. For this part, your delivery must be very soft, airy, and at a low volume, as if sharing a secret. Exactly. You just look for the main idea. I also want to learn how to write a short summary after reading a report. Good idea. A short summary helps your boss or coworkers understand quickly. Yeah, sometimes people don't have time to read everything. Exactly. So here's a simple way. Step 1. Write one sentence about the topic. Step 2. Write 1 or 2 sentences about key results. Step 3. Add 1 sentence about next steps. Oh, that's easy to remember. Let's try. Imagine the report is about sales. Okay. Step 1. This report shows the sales performance in September. Step 2. Sales increased by 10% compared to August. Step 3. Next, we plan to expand our marketing campaign. Nice. That's only 3 sentences. Yes, short and clear again. You love saying that because it's the secret to good English. Let me try. This report shows customer feedback for the new app. Most users are happy with the design. Next, we will fix small bugs. That's excellent, Mr. B. Perfect structure and easy to understand. Yay! You can also use connecting words to make your summary sound smoother. Like what? Like, however, also, finally, in addition. Oh, yes, like sales went up. However, customer support requests also increased. Excellent. You're connecting ideas clearly. This is fun. Anna, when I write short updates for my boss, I sometimes don't know how formal to be. Good question. If it's your boss, use polite language, but still simple. You can say things like, I just wanted to share an update. Or, here's a quick summary of today's progress. Oh, yes. I see those in emails. And end with something polite, like, please let me know if you have any questions. Or, happy to discuss further. That's nice. Sounds friendly and professional. Exactly. That's the goal. Sometimes I need to read reports written by coworkers, and I need to give comments. Oh, feedback. That's a good skill. Exactly. Politeness is very important in work English. I think I understand reports better now. You're doing great. So now let's talk about small talk, casual chatting at work. Oh, I love small talk. It's fun. Yes, and it helps build good relationships with coworkers. True. Sometimes I don't know what to say, though. Let's practice. For example, in the morning you can say, "Good morning, how's everything?" Or, "How was your weekend?" Oh, yes, I hear that a lot. You can answer simply, "Good, thanks. I relaxed at home." Or, "It was nice. I watched a movie." Easy. Or ask questions back. "How about you?" Or, "And you?" Right. Keep the conversation going. What about small talk before a meeting starts? You can say things like, "How's your morning going? Did you get your coffee yet? It's really busy today, isn't it?" That's true. Everyone talks about coffee. Yes, coffee is the international language of offices. What about after work? You can say, "Good job today. See you tomorrow. Have a good evening." Oh, I always say, "See you tomorrow." That's perfect. Simple and friendly. What if I want to compliment someone at work? That's a great question. You can say, "Nice work on that presentation." Or, "You did a great job with the report." Oh, yes. Positive energy. Exactly. Compliments make the office a happy place. I'll start doing that more often. Also, when someone compliments you, say thanks. "I appreciate it." Or, "Thank you." That means a lot. Means a lot. That's a nice phrase. Yes. It means I'm really thankful. Sometimes coworkers invite me to hang out after work, but I don't always know how to say no politely. Oh, that's common. You can say, "Thanks for the invite, but I already have plans." Or, "Maybe next time." Oh, polite and friendly. Exactly. You say no, but still sound nice. You know, before, I thought business English had to be full of big words. Many people think that. But real English at work is about communication, not big words. Yes, I see that now. Just be polite, short, and clear. And my 3 favorite words have been simple, clear, polite. Perfect. The day is almost over. Time goes fast when you speak English all day. That's true. I feel like I learned a lot today. You did. You practiced reading reports, writing summaries, giving feedback, and small talk. That's a lot in one day. Yes. So let's do a quick review for our listeners. FAQ, short review time. Okay, listeners, let's review what we learned today. Repeat after us, nice and slow. According to the report. Good. That means based on the data. Sales increased by 10%. Excellent. That's how you describe results. Next, we plan to improve customer service. Nice and professional. Please let me know if you have any feedback. Perfect, polite, and friendly. Maybe we could try another design. Great. That's how to give ideas politely. Good job today. That's how to compliment coworkers. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Perfect response.
See you tomorrow. Excellent, simple daily goodbye. Wow, we covered so much. Yes, and every phrase helps you speak better English at work. I think if listeners repeat this episode a few times, they'll sound more natural in meetings and emails. Exactly. Repetition helps. Can we give them a small challenge? Sure. Okay. For our listeners, tomorrow, try to use 3 new English phrases at your work. Maybe say, "Good job today," or "Let's wrap up," or "Please let me know your feedback." Great idea! Practice a little every day, and soon English at work will feel natural. Totally agree. So, Mr. B, what's your plan for tomorrow? Tomorrow, I'll send my report summary and join the team meeting. Awesome. Don't forget to say, "Please let me know if you have feedback." I won't. You're doing great. Thanks, Anna. I really appreciate your help. You're welcome. Well, it's time to finish work. Yup, another day, another lesson. That's right. I'll send the report before I leave. Okay, sounds good. And remember, tomorrow we'll talk about polite phone calls and messages. Oh, that's useful too. Yes, so everyone stay tuned for the next episode. And don't forget to practice your English at work every day. See you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. If these tips helped you feel more confident in your work English, hit that like button. Subscribe to White Eagle for more practical language lessons, and share your favorite small talk phrase in the comments below.